Hey everyone, welcome to Logan's Mosh Pit. Glad to have you here. Do me a favor and please subscribe if you haven't already. Also consider joining my Patreon page for some cool perks. I'll leave a link in the description. Ow! Hot off the press, I'm holding the latest October 2023 issue of Guitar World magazine. Trust me, there's a lot of intriguing information waiting to be discovered within these pages, especially page 23. On page 23, GW staff member John Notto set up an interview with the devoted guitarist for Dirty Honey, John Notto. He discussed their upcoming album called Can't Find the Brakes and opening for Guns N' Roses, among other things. So without further ado, let's see how the interview went. Dirty Honey's success comes after Greta Van Fleet opened the doors for new rock bands. Have you followed them at all? Yeah, we pay attention to them. They're a great band. I appreciate how they're doing their own thing and pushing forward in the face of such harsh criticism. I saw them at the Greek here in LA and I was impressed at how they've created their own little world. Our music is different from theirs. It's more carefree. I have that in me. We came up in bars. Not to overuse the word, but our thing is dirtier. It's lighthearted, sexy, after-hours music. Another rock band that's broken through recently is Mainskin. Have you checked them out? I have, a little bit. I think our bass player has listened to their new record. I've seen their pictures. They've got fishnets and that whole vibe. I heard the track they did with Tom Morello, and that was great. They're killing it. What's it been like opening for Guns N' Roses? We did one show with them here that was like a Caesar's Palace thing, but we did 6 or 7 stadiums with them in Europe. The first night was in Poland, and it was my first stadium experience. They're not lying when they say that if you walk away from your monitor, the band feels like they're in another zip code. But the magic of the night was getting to watch Guns N' Roses from the side of the stage. I was so close that I had Axl's in-ear monitor mix in my head. Looking out at that audience was incredible. Before those shows, you toured with Slash. Have you ever jammed with him? No, I haven't. When we opened for Slash, it was so early in our career. We didn't get a lot of FaceTime with him. He did some photos with us, and he ran into some of the band and said, "You guys are great." By and large, he's a bit of a mystical creature. Now that you're playing bigger places, have you changed your performance style? I try to be authentic. Anytime I think I have to do this now, I try not to do it. The music opens me up, and whatever comes out, comes out. It's a process. I'm self-conscious for the first song, and then that fades away. By the third or fourth song, I'm in full expression mode. Any changes to your gear to accommodate larger venues? When we toured with Mammoth last year, I brought out a second Silver Jubilee half stack that I used as an overdrive pedal. I would hit the A/B switch and use the amp as my boost. It was pretty blistering. Because of the pandemic, you recorded your first album remotely with Nick Didia. It must feel good to work in person with him again. Oh, definitely. We did the EP with him in Australia where he lives, so we went back there with him this time. It was a bit different because he's got a new studio, a much bigger place. Our whole thing with Nick was, we know who we are and what we sound like. What's next? How can we widen this thing? We just wanted everything to be better. We wanted to add more instrumentation without it sounding artificial. Can you talk about any of the new songs? I don't want to give too much away, but we've got some bangers and some down-tempo stuff. There's more southern rock. We've got some acoustic guitars, but we're not an acoustic band. There's more colors, but we've got the rock sound as the core. As a guitarist, are you drawing inspiration from any new sources? I've been listening to more Eric Gales. I just met Joe Bonamassa, and he's great. But Eric is something else. He's got such soulfulness, and he's so exciting. Last question. What about the guitars on the album? Are the majority of them Les Pauls? Yeah. I've got an amazing gift recently. Gibson sent me a 2021 Heavy Relic Lemon Drop 59 from the custom shop. That thing is spectacular. I swore by my 58 from 2003, but live, I defer to the Lemon Drop. It's got more high-end bite. It's already worn out, so I don't have to worry about bumping it. I used both of those guitars along with a 59 double cutaway junior from the custom shop. I also had an actual 64 ES330, a 66 335, and there was an old Strat. I can't remember the year. For one solo I used a Greco Les Paul. We used some 12 strings and some acoustics. I played a dobro with a slide on one song. I don't think I used the same guitar for solos that I did on the main parts. That's always been a thing with me. There's a lot of cool guitar sounds. I think people will dig it. Well, that wraps up this enticing interview with John Notto from Dirty Honey. Don't forget that Can't Find the Brakes will be released on November 3rd. In fact, I provided a link to the tremendous title track down below. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. That does it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate the support. I'll see you next time. Till then, rock on.